welcome to Joy in Our Town. I am your host, Rebecca Shear. There are so many amazing creatures in the world. However, all around the world, these animals are being tortured, abused, and killed for clothes and other products we consume every day. Animal Hero Kids and Stuart acts as that voice for these animals all around the world. To provide some more information about what they do is Susan Hargraves from Animal Hero Kids.
Thank you.
Susan.
Thank you so much for having Animal Hero Kids on your show today,
Thank
Rebecca.
you, and Lovely, right?
And Lovey.
Lovey.
Yes, Lovey is my assistant.
Oh, perfect. Great. So talk to us about what is Animal Hero Kids.
Animal Hero Kids encourages and recognizes animal hero kids all across the world. Here locally in Martin and St. Lucie counties, we offer free humane education programs to schools or groups where we empower kids with the tools to be heroes to animals. Doesn't matter how old you are, you can help all species of animals. Like the animals you were just referring to in your introduction, the animals that are being harmed for food, clothing, entertainment, in aquariums and rodeos. There are so many Animal Hero Kids of all ages, starting from 6 years old, that are helping these animals.
And how did this organization originate?
I began educating kids about animal abuse in 1980 when I discovered, actually I was investigating cruelty at the stockyards and the slaughterhouses, and I thought, what is the best way to help all of these animals? And that is to provide them with long-term life insurance, because that's what humane education is. Teaching children and teens to be kind is the long-term solution. It stops animal cruelty at its root. It's prevention.
And how long has the organization specifically been in Martin County?
We've been in Martin County for 3 years. And I've been a humane educator for 34 years.
And what are some of the issues that Animal Hero Kids specifically highlights?
By giving awards to kids at their schools as a surprise, we recognize animal heroes that have helped. Like there was one hero, Dominic, who's 7 years old, and he spoke to the city commissioners in Margate, the city of Margate, and he banned electroshock prods being used on elephants in the circus, from what he said to those commissioners. He was so eloquent. And I find that often commissioners listen more to kids than adults because they're so sincere, and a lot of times adults are sort of tired of listening to each other. So we highlight the abuse that happens to animals in circuses, aquariums, marine mammal captivity. There's another boy who's been lobbying to release Lolita back to her home in the San Juan Islands, back to her family pod. It's amazing the work that kids are doing. There's kids that have actually banned coyote penning in the state of Florida, and there was a group of them starting from 13 years of age down that spoke with Florida Fish and Wildlife game commissioners and banned coyote and fox penning, which is the practice of putting a coyote or a fox in a closed area and encouraging about 100 dogs to tear them apart, and they have no escape. So the heroes that we recognize truly are heroes. They go past their comfort level. They'll speak in public places when they might be scared. In that particular commission meeting, after one child spoke, they ran back to their seat really quick, like, oh God, that's over.
So your organization recognizes these children that are doing great things, but does your organization also offer workshops and training for students that want to get more involved in helping animals?
Yes. It's free humane education programs from all levels, from kindergarten right up to university. And I and Lovey go to the programs, depending if they let Lovey come. Usually they do. And we talk about how to be a hero to companion animals by adopting and spaying and neutering, like Lovey was adopted. And we talk about how to care for local wildlife, what to do if you find a baby bird that falls out of the nest. Put the baby bird back in the nest if the bird is not injured. A lot of people don't realize that. I rehabilitated wildlife for 16 years, so I have some background in that. How to help wild animals that belong in the wild, like animals that are imprisoned in circuses and at aquariums. And how to help factory farmed animals, which are the most abused group of animals in the world, factory farmed animals. And we have kids that we've given awards to that have their own YouTube vegetarian cooking shows. So it's amazing, really. So we empower kids of all ages to act on behalf of animals. And people can do that every day, no matter how old you are. Just thoughtful choices, kind choices, after you find out what you are buying or what you are supporting when you buy a ticket, what you are supporting when you buy a certain something to eat. That's how to change the world, by thinking about what you're doing and the effect that it has every time you buy something.
What is the most joyful component of this organization, would you say?
Well, Lovey, no. The most joyful component is to see the kids being successful at making a difference in helping animals. To see them believe and be empowered enough, even if they're 8 years old, 7 years old, 6 years old, they can do something to help animals, and they really, really want to. And then when they do it and succeed, it is a beautiful, joyful thing.
And does your organization have volunteer opportunities available?
Yes, many volunteer opportunities. We're an all-volunteer 501c3, so we're all volunteers. And we need volunteers that can sew, to help make costumes for kids, because we do interactive dramatizations where the kids dress up as the animals, and they have a certain drama that happens where they're rescued, and and then they perform it for their class. So we need seamstresses, or the male version of a seamstress. We need artists. We need videographers, we need editors. We have just done our annual Animal Hero Kids Awards, and we need film editors to help with that. We need photographers for events, and I'm giving an award at the end of this month, and it would be really nice to have somebody there to actually film it. It's a surprise during a school assembly for a set of twins that have been helping animals. We really need people that are tall to wear our big, beautiful costumes. So we need volunteers to be professional on the phone and help with booking humane education presentations. I'm in the process of completing a book, Voices for the Voiceless, Animal Hero Kids, and I really need someone that can actually put the book as a layout. So we need computer people, technical people, artists, seamstresses, and tall people to wear costumes.
And where can our viewers get more information if they would like to volunteer or just help out in any way?
Yes, they can go to animalherokids.org. That's animalherokids.org, and come and join us. And we're an all-volunteer organization, 501c3, and we could really use the help. And so could the animals. We're helping animals and children.
Was there a specific incident that started you on this journey to help animals that you would like to share?
When I was 9 years old, I was taken into a chicken hatchery, and I saw the male baby chicks being gassed and suffocated. And I looked to the adults in this great big room that was almost like a warehouse with conveyor belts for them to do something to stop all of the baby chicks from being killed, and I realized that it was just business as usual. And at 9 years old, realizing that severe animal cruelty is happening to animals as a regular thing is a shock, because you think, oh, nobody would hurt an animal like that. And that affected me to the point where I decided to do everything I could to help all animals that are suffering, all animals that need help, that need a voice, because they can't speak. They can't call up President Obama and say, hey, this is what's happening to me. So we have to speak for them. We have a responsibility to do that. And that's what started me on my path to help all animals.
And the organization here in Martin County, does it just serve the Tri-County area? And is there other organizations that's helping elsewhere, or how does that work?
Basically, Have Humane Education will travel. I've never said no to a humane education program. People have called me from Orlando. People have called me from New York. If they can help get me there with transportation, then I'll train teachers, I'll do school assemblies, any gathering where someone wants to help animals and become heroes to animals, then Animal Hero Kids will be there to help them do that.
And give us the website one more time where
Yes.
our viewers can get further information.
Yeah, it's animalherokids.org.
Well, wonderful information. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much for
very
coming down
much.
and sharing with us today.
Thank you so much for having us and doing this service to get the message out that we have these free humane education programs at no cost to the public, and we want to come to your school and your group to share how to be heroes to animals.
Very good. And thank you for joining us for Joy in Our Town. And remember, the joy is in the solution.